I think it will create quite a bit of noise, of course, but in terms of economic substance or effect on capital markets, I think that's rather limited. I think in that sense that markets are quite rational, even the market in Hong Kong, because it's not really new news what is happening. It could be reasonably expected. And, the market is a discounting mechanism, so I'm not so surprised. But of course, when then things get implemented in terms of security law and reaction from the US and perhaps from some members of the international community along the way, there might be the occasional volatility and disruption on the way to find a new equilibrium in the market.
Beat, we've been seeing that there's a strong response coming from President Trump. He's been talking about that response all week, and it will happen later on today. We've also been taking pictures out of the NPC this week. Clearly a lot of politics at play on both sides for the Chinese and also the US. Can you just explain to us what that means and how both sides will seek to use or maximize the outcome around these heightened tensions?
Well, there will be a lot of noise and disruption. We have elections in the US, and China is the #1 topic as a scapegoat for all kinds of things. And on the Chinese thing, of course, the same thing, catering to a domestic audience. And, the significance of Hong Kong in the overall Chinese context has significantly been reduced over the last 20 years in terms of size. So I think there will be disruption. There will be noise on both sides, but both sides will realize that the collateral damage has to be contained somehow, because there's a price to be paid for everybody here. The ones who suffer basically between the two big powers struggling, US and China, is anybody who is in between, companies, countries, etc. So the collateral damage is really in a proxy kind of struggle, and that is what is the point. But it's not the end of Hong Kong in my view, but it's the end of what it was in that sense in many ways. But that's also true for globalization. It's not the end of globalization what is happening here, but we are on the way in this new decade to find a new equilibrium. That's the point.